C. Windows System 30.
All right, we're here with Regards of the Era, or Regards from the Era. It's a pretty interesting game. It's kind of menu based, with a little bit of JRPG elements, a little roguelike elements, and just general crypticness. It reminds me a lot of kind of like an Undertale type deal, just not as story based, heavily story based. Um, it's very open world type esque, um, exploration, and yeah, there's a lot of weird mechanics. Not weird, but not straightforward, I guess. A big learning curve as far as skills and stuff go, but with options to make it simple, if you don't want to mess with them. So yeah, very interesting. I'm gonna give it a go here. We're on the first menu, and it asks us for a name.
Blank. Please enter name to use.
Please enter name to use. And this, you can think of it as your character name or your save file, because this is how you load up a character. And we are going to name ours
Cappy.
Mr. Can I do two? Potato Head.
Potato.
I did not spell that right.
Space. D-E-H-O-T-A-T-O. Cappy.
E-O-T-A-T-O. Head. Right?
Potato head. MR. Potato head. Potato head.
There we go.
That name is too long. Please enter something short. Please enter name to use.
Okay. Let's see. Pothead.
Name entry accepted. Please wait while the game loads. Yes, there is significant risk requiring activation. All the previous text is currently within focus. Cannot navigate menu.
We all know that
pressing right will traverse deeper into menu.
pot
Cannot navigate menu leftward. Key details will enable photo sensitivity precautions for the save file.
I didn't make the rules, so it's Potato Head, not Pothead. Okay, just between you and me. All right. So this first menu after the name is basically a seizure warning. If you want flashing lights on or off.
No, the risk is minimal and requires no intervention. Pressing up will lead to more menu
the risk is minimal.
Yes, there is
and
significant risk requiring activation.
it's not really straightforward, just these options alone, but if you go into it...
Yes, this adventure is light sensitive or seizure prone. Prevent some weather effects. Important notice. While this setting is intended to reduce potential triggering effects, some content triggers may be unavoidable depending on the mode of play. Player discretion is advised. Down. Pressing right will confirm selection. Pressing left will current submenu.
It describes it right there. We're going to go ahead and keep this on because this is a video on YouTube, and I don't want you guys to have to worry about that.
Choice acknowledged. No flashing weather mode activated. Seizure countermeasures can be altered later via save file editing. Press move down key, S, etc. to continue.
I don't know if it actually matters for us because we're not using the graphical user interface, but yeah, we'll see. What did it ask?
Choice acknowledged. No flashing weather mode activated. Blank. Seizure countermeasures can be altered. Blank. Press move down key, S, etc. All the previous text is currently within focus.
And this is our difficulty menu. We're going to do easy, just because this is just a tutorial. I'm not trying to do a full playthrough or anything.
Confirm selection. A good starting point for new players. Down. Pressing right will confirm selection. Pressing left will choice acknowledged. Baseline difficulty can be restored later. Press move down key, S, etc. to continue. Crater Walker. All the previous text is currently within focus.
And this is our lineage choice. Lineages are basically like race selection. And they adjust different things like your starting HP, or your max HP, your regen for certain things. Yeah, so they're all stat based, and there are a couple that are mechanic heavy, like the Windwalker, which is what we're gonna be selecting. Actually, yeah, why not? This one.
Member of the tribe to the flag. Deft and dodge and chief momentum. Cannot navigate menu upwards. Pressing right will confirm selection. Pressing left will leave. Windwalker. Member of the tribe. Deft and dodge. All the deft and dodge in. Deft. Cap E F T space I N space cap O D G E space A N D space cap H E. Momentum. Sheath. Momentum.
It says deft and dodge and sheath momentum. So dodge momentum, or momentum in general, is a useful mechanic in the game, especially as a dawning, which we will get to in just a moment.
Windwalker. Lineage will have influence under certain ward conditions. Press move down key, S, etc. to continue.
Okay.
Dawning. All the previous text is currently within focus.
So here's our class selection, or profession selection. And Dawning is the only one available right now because we have a new game. I suspect if you die and then reload it with your character, you might have other options here, but I'm not 100% certain. Since Dawning is our only option.
Confirm selection. Inheritor of classical unarmed arts. Pressing right will confirm selection. Pressing left will leave current submenu.
There we go.
Volume 100. Voice Microsoft. Rate 45. Voice Microsoft Mark. Rate 45. Rate 25.
We'll do 20.
Rate 20.
20.
Rate 25.
25 is good.
Choice acknowledged. Dawning. Starting professions will always be available as a resource. Press move down key, S etc. to continue. Chapter 1, Fate's Guide. Distant memories of an Aeon past. Swirling recollections of a threat once banished. Sent racing to far-flung time and space. Deep slumber giving way to new dawning. Yet again to confront the challenge. One still finding province to spread anew. Rivals having stepped outside era and place. Relics of the past marking the way. Technology of the time brought to life. Gather kin, gather skill, gather arms. For the impending struggle. Welcome to the reverie. Welcome to the rivalry. Left key, A.
Yeah, so this is very interesting. I like the style of writing in the game. It's very indirect, and it leaves you to kind of piece things together, which is intriguing for people like me who like to kind of to ponder things without being told what to think, I guess. There's a lot of cryptic information here too. Keywords like kin, relics, dawning. We just covered dawning. Yeah, so interesting stuff here to uncover for later on, I guess. We're going to go ahead and start.
Player setup. All the previous text is currently within focus. Cannot navigate menu upward. Pressing down will lead to more menu options. Pressing right will traverse deeper into menu. Cannot navigate menu leftward. These details were within the configure party settings panel. Welcome to Settlement Friss. There is a sense that the world is not as it once was. Restocked on the following items: poultice, aerosol, crystallized ment, stimulant, tranquilizer, concoction.
Alright, so we're here at our first settlement. Not much to really do initially, because we don't have anything. Everything's kind of set up. You can think of the first part of the setup as you're in the settlement, getting ready to go. But yeah, not much here. You can explore the menus if you want. Did I explain how the menus work, right? How the whole game works. It's just WASD. W and S move you through the menu items. A and D progress you through different menus, or into different menus. So in this first list we have player setup, ally setup,
clear selections,
clear selections. I guess if you want to reset stuff.
Distant excursion.
Distant excursion, traveling.
Exit town. Confirm.
And exit menu town. And if we go to player
setup,
and then we go right.
Main profession select.
It will have
pressing
our
left will
player
lead to
setup.
menu. Martial profession select. No support. Melee weapon
And we
upgrade.
have all
None selected.
here.
Ranged weapon upgrade. None selected. Initial position. Middle selected. Cannot navigate.
So yeah,
Player
we
setup.
have
Up.
nothing
Pressing
to
down
do
will lead to more
here,
menu options. Cannot
essentially.
navigate.
So we're gonna go ahead and exit the
Exit.
town.
Confirm selections. Main profession. Dawning. Martial
Now
profession.
this next part, it's gonna read out a lot of information. I'll let it read out most of it, but yeah, it's a ton of information. So I'll go ahead and stop it prematurely, because if not, then we'll be here forever.
Player location at remote locale. Position center of map. Points of interest found. Settlement located north 0 tiles and east 2 tiles. Hunt target located south 9 tiles and west 6 tiles. Buried relic located north 4 tiles and west 12 tiles. Settlement located north 1 tile and west 15 tiles. Buried relic located south 8 tiles and east 32 tiles. Dungeon located south 4 tiles and west 33 tiles. The sun is high in the sky. The view is free of clouds. 14 degree by minus 78 degree on map. Settlement Friss at player. Appears to be level 0 danger. Landmark Friss closest. At exact location. Distance factor 0. World details. Warding weak. Level minus 5. Enemies are noticeably stronger and starting to gather. Access to Hallmark and Apex skills unlocked. Party configuration. 1. Pothead Dawning. 2. MKTNK Tank. 3. MKSLGA Eon Tech Slinger. 4. MKHLRB Healer. 5. MKSPTA Support. 6. MKRFTRAR Fighter. Relics collected 0 out of 67. Visited settlements 1 out of 11. Current world boss still wanders. Water traversal is not yet possible. Common sense destinations. Not yet set. Marker A. Not yet set. Marker B. Not yet set. Marker C. 78 degree by 105 degree. Tundra. 57 degree by minus 136
So
degree.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here.
Position
One
center
thing I did want to show off here
land at exact distance factor blank. World details.
is
Enemies text
the-
blank. Party configure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blank. Relics collected. Water traverse blank. Comments not yet 50 38 degree by 4 34 minus 6 blank. Radial scan clockwise
There you go.
1 tile
The
away.
radial scan. It's pretty interesting. And you can have it set up to only display this at the top whenever you move, or jump straight to this.
Blank. Radial scan clockwise 1 tile away. North has terra firma, northeast has terra firma, east has terra firma, southeast has settlement, south has terra firma, southwest has settlement, west has terra firma, northwest.
So it tells you all of what's in 1 tile
T
away.
has terra firma. Blank. 2 tiles away. North
2
has shoreline,
tiles away,
northeast has
does the
shoreline,
same
terra firma,
thing.
east has settlement, terra firma, southeast has settlement, terra firma, south has settlement, terra firma, southwest has terra firma.
And this is adjustable,
blank.
so this
4
will
tile- south is
display
terra
all the way
5
to
tiles away.
5
North
tiles.
has grasslands, south has terra firma, unknown terrain, blank. Bottom.
So that's just really interesting, and you would adjust it with
Z
Z.
has terra firma. 2 tiles away. North has shoreline, northeast has shoreline, terra firma, east has
And then
settlement, terra
to
firma,
go
south.
back, you would
Position
do
center of map.
Z again.
Points of interest found.
to see the top. And we're only really interested in the point of interest right now, so we're going to travel to the next settlement. But before that, I'm going to
Temporary
open
pool.
the
All the
settings
previous text is
menu
currently within focus. Cannot navigate
with
menu
the
upward.
backslash
Pressing down will
key,
lead
which
to
is
more menu
under
options.
backspace.
Difficulty. Combat. System. Cheats.
And we
Gimmick
are
pool.
going to go down
Settings.
to
Exit.
all the way to the
Cannot
bottom, the
navigate menu
last menu item. It's not labeled, it's kind of strange, but
Nav mesh guide stay true.
yeah.
Target tasks of the wild.
So
Town
we are
entry
going
fee
to
state.
change
For detections. Prevent TDS. Shortline narrative menu. Shortline narrative. Option to full for shortline narrative. Option to nil for
We're
shortline
gonna turn
narrative.
that
Temporary
off so
pool.
we don't get
TDS rate
the
state 6.
information there.
TDS volume state 75. Option to 50 for TDS volume. Option to 0.
And
Option to 10 for
we're
TDS.
going
Option.
to raise
6.
TTS
FIF.
to
Option to 40 for TDS volume. Option to 50 for TDS 6. Option to 70 for TDS. Option to 80 for TDS 9. Option to 100 for TDS volume. Exception in thread 1222 loom. Trace back. Most recent call last. Difficulty pool. Temporary pool. TDS volume state 100. Unavailable TDS voice state unknown. Allow TDS rate and vol hotkey state true. Temporary pool.
weird. I don't know why that
Difficulty
gave
pool.
an error.
Combat pool.
Combat
System.
pool, system. Yeah, system. That's
Idle
it.
features.
We
more
want
menu input delay state
to
true. NAR. Scan radius state 5.
change the scan radius.
Option
We'll
to
change that to 1.
Option to off for NAR. Scan radius. Option to unlimited for NAR. Option to off for NAR. Option to 1 for NAR. Temporary pool.
Okay.
Difficulty pool.
And we are
Limit.
done.
Settings
So we're
global.
gonna go ahead
Exit.
and close out of here.
Menu. Confirm exit menu. Player location at remote locale.
Alright,
Position
now
center
we're
of
back
map.
on the world.
Points of interest found.
Uh,
Settlement located north 0 tiles and east 2 tiles. Hunt target located south 9 tiles and west 6 tiles. Buried relic located north 4 tiles and west 12 tiles. Settlement located north 1 tile and west 15 tiles.
Okay, so you heard it say there's a settlement to our east, which is the one we just left, and then there's another settlement 1 north and 15 west. So we're gonna head there.
Shoreline at remote locale.
That's our
Position north 0 tile,
next.
2 tile. Player setup. Welcome to settlement. Exit town. Confirm selection. Player location at remote locale. Grasslands at remote locale.
There we go.
Position north 0 tiles and west 1 tile.
Yeah, so
Points of
we
interest found.
were
Settlement located
there were
north 0
shore
tiles and east
around
3
us,
tiles.
and
Hunt target located south
oh,
9
and
tiles
south.
and
We
west 3
should've gone
tiles.
east and
Buried relic located north 4
around.
tiles and west 9 tiles. Settlement located north 1 tile and west 12 tiles. Done. Shoreline at remote. Grass 5. Cliffs at remote locale. Grass 4. Position.
There we go.
Grasslands at grass 6. 7. 10 tiles. 8. 0. 9. 8. Settlement located south 2 tiles and east 10 tiles. 3. Positions. Grass. Position 6. 5. Grass. Cliffs at remote locale. Position north 0 tiles and west 1 tile. Points of interest found. Dungeon located south 5 tiles and east 0 tiles. Settlement located north 0 tiles and east 18 tiles. Buried relic located north 3 tiles and east 21 tiles. Settlement located south 1 tile and east 33 tiles. The sun is high in the sky. The view is free of clouds. 15 degree by minus 89. Grasslands at remote locale. Position south 1 tile and east 0 tiles. Points of interest found. Dungeon located south 4 tiles and east 0 tiles. Settlement located north 1 tile and east 18 tiles. Cliff.
Oh, nice.
Grass.
I passed it out.
Grass 6. Settlement grasslands at remote locale. Position north 0 tiles and east 1 tile. Points of interest found. Settlement located south 1 tile and east 8 tiles. Enemy at remote locale. Position south 1 tile and east 0 tiles. Points of interest found.
Oh,
Settlement located
didn't mean to do that. Wait,
grasslands at remote. 3.
No, we're not.
Position
Okay,
6.
cool.
5.
I thought we ran into
3.
it.
0.
It was just nearby.
4. 7. 4. Grasslands at remote locale. Position north 0 tiles and east 1 tile. Points of interest found. Settlement located south 3 tiles and east 3 tiles. Path. Neutral presence at remote locale. Setting N. Use workshop.
Okay, so we are here at the... I forget what this place is called.
Recount of favor.
Maybe Envoy? I'm not certain.
Hint.
There's a lot of menus in here, and it's kind of like later game type stuff, so we won't really get into it. But
Use workshop.
for example, the
Review
workshop,
Review node collection.
review purse,
Review node collection.
review note collection,
Review quanta collection.
quanta trophy.
Unavailable compass. Unavailable mini practice dungeon. Unavailable tune. Use workshop. Recount of favor.
Apparently you can make a melody or music or something.
Use workshop. Recount of favor.
Yeah. Recount
Hint.
favor. Hints.
Shoot some breeze.
Shoot some breeze.
Commence foot race.
Foot race.
Return to world map. Return to world. Commence foot race. Shoot some breeze.
We're gonna do to shoot some
Questions of
breeze.
common sense.
And this is like your first like lore dump from the world. There's a bunch of different selections
Rumors of our
here.
world. Dungeons. Hunts. Relics. The World's Ward. Shadow Worlds. Misfits. 5. Crossings. Envoy. Fate's Guide. Outbreaks. The Wild. Familiar. Veins. Outbreak. Fate's Guide. Convoy.
So what we're interested in right now
Hunts.
is dungeons.
Dungeons.
So we're gonna go into
What are
dungeons. What are dungeons?
Recluses of the world. Dungeons are but shrines to challenge. Clearly not nature-made. Identity in place and time distort at great depth. Only eager few stray from familiar surface life to find some arduous test. Yet those prevailing are said to make through with untouchable riches.
Alright. So that's what a dungeon is.
Unchallenged dungeons.
Unchallenged dungeon.
You have yet to lay hand on a dungeon core. Small weak. Loot of this quarry is secrets of the escutcheon and tagger trade.
Yeah, so it tells us that it says that we haven't gotten our hands on a small, weak dungeon core, And then it tells us the rewards for this dungeon core are 2 classes. I can't pronounce the first one. It's like Isker, and then the second one is Tagger. So when you complete that dungeon, we'll get those 2 unlocked. Where is dungeons begin?
By familiar pen lay the comments are. A place ubiquity of term ordinary. Pit present 12 degree by minus 89 degree.
It's an ordinary dungeon, 12 degree by minus 83, so it's close by. We saw it in our points of interest. And then, so we're gonna go back out, and yeah, that's the information. You can go back there. I think it'll tell you what the next one is that you need once you complete a dungeon. I'm not sure if it'll give you the coordinates though.
Return to world map.
I think that's only given by the dungeons. So, return to world map.
Return to world map. Confirm selection. Pathway at remote locale. Position north 0 tiles and east 1 tile.
So we're gonna look at our
move to focus. See Windows system position north blank points of
our
very
coordinates. So we want to find
the blank 15
we are
degree
at
minus 83 degree.
15 minus 83. We want to get to 1289.
Grasslands at remote locale. Position north 0 tiles and west 1 tile. Points of interest found. Settlement located north 0 tiles and east 1 tile. Buried relic located north 3 tiles and east 4 tiles. Settlement located south 1 tile and east 16 tiles.
We're pretty close to that one, so I'm going to go and grab that relic.
3.
So 1, 2,
Position
3.
north 2. Buried relic at remote locale. Buried relic located north 0 tiles and east 1 tile. Settlement
So we
located
just
south
picked
3
up
tiles and
a
west 2
buried
tiles.
relic.
3, 20,
They didn't really say anything about it. I think it just said buried relic. But we now have buried relic. They come into play when we go into like the shadow world,
party 1,
which is not what we're going to be doing today.
Current water traversal is blank. Not 7, 57, 52, 30, 30, 4, minus blank. Radio blank. Reporting 1 blank. Blank. Environmental scanning has been limited to at most a 1 tile bottom blank.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go to the dungeon now.
Grasslands at remote locale. Position
So
south
using
1 tile and east 0
WASD
tiles.
to navigate the
Settlement
map.
located south 2 tiles and east 1 tile. Buried relic located north 1 tile and east 4 tiles. Settlement located south 3 tiles and east 16 tiles. Dungeon located south 7 tiles and west 17 tiles. The sun is high in the sky. North. Grasslands at 4, 1, 2, 5. Wheat 3, 2, 3, 0, 7. EA 3, 2, 1. Position south 1 tile and east 0 tiles. 2, 3, 7, 5. North 3, 4. Position north 0 tiles and west 1 tile. 2. Radial scan. Grasslands at remote locale. Position north 0 tiles and west 1 tile. Points of interest found. Settlement located south 3 tiles and west 2 tiles. Settlement located south 4 tiles and east 13 tiles.
Yeah, so I
Dungeon
didn't
located south
actually
8
grab
tiles
the
and west 20
buried
tiles.
relic.
The
I
sun
had
is
to
high in
go
the sky.
back and get
The
it.
view is free of clouds. 16. Position north 0 tile blank. Points. Settlement dungeon located south 8 tiles and west 20 tiles.
South and west. Okay.
Grass 3 position 5 6 grass 8 9 8. Settlement located north 4. Position north 0 tiles and west blank. Points of settlement dungeon located south 1 tile and west 8 tiles. 3. Pathway at remote locale. Dungeon ordinary cave at remote locale. 1
now
tile.
we are
7,
in the
8,
dungeon.
2. Pathway at player. Enter the dungeon. Welcome to Dungeon Ordinary Cave.
Alright,
on the
so
wall
we
tell
have
a place called Salt Mine. It seems to be near minus 25 degree by minus 22 degree.
Alright, so it gives us the next dungeon coordinates here when we enter this dungeon. But we still have to complete this dungeon. So
A challenge.
we have 2 kinds of things here. We have a challenge,
Return to world map. Enter a challenge.
which
Practice tier.
we can do a practice tier, which gives us it teaches you how to use your combat class, I guess, or your character. It's like a tutorial combat thing if you haven't done combat yet. And even if you have, I think it gives you some coins at the end if you complete it.
Silver tier.
And then there's different tiers here, and they cost a different amount of money to perform.
Enter a challenge. Dungeon.
So we're just going to do the dungeon, and it's going to be set up just like a regular menu. So we're going to go ahead and head right.
Depth 1. Explore left.
And we're at depth 1, and the options are explore left, forward or right. So if we go right,
Depth 2. No path forward.
we're at depth 2. There's no path forward. There's no other options here, so we're going to back out
Depth 1.
to depth
Explore right.
1. We're going to go up to forward, so explore forward, so because we already went right.
2. No path F.
We're at depth 2. There's no path forward. We're going to go back
1.
out,
Explore F. Left.
and we're going to go left.
Depth 2. Engage boss.
and we're at depth 2, and we found the boss. So we're going to go ahead and confirm.
No player-controlled actions available as Pothead. Press menu confirmation key to continue. Combat log reads as follows. Combat log initiated. Pothead uses endowment, WKNS. No effect can be seen. Player status info reads as follows. Pothead. Health points, 20 out of 20 threat, normal. Materialization points, 6. Flare points, 6. Specialty points, 6. Decoy, 0 barrier, 0. Dampening, 0 defense, 0. Absolute guard, none effects, 0. MKTNK 20 out of 20, health points. MKSLGA 20 out of 20, health points. MKHLRB 20 out of 20, health points. MKSPTA 20 out of 20, health points. MKRFTRA 20 out of 20, health points. Enemy status
All right.
reads as follows.
So,
Boss floor bound 49 out of 49,
we're giving
health points.
a
Small
bunch
net
of
bound 34 out of
stats.
34, health points.
You might
Position
have
data reads as
heard
follows.
a bunch of
Frontline,
that.
normal threat,
NK,
MKTNK. Midline, normal threat, Pothead, normal threat, MKSLG, and normal threat, MKRFTRA.
those
Backline,
are
normal threat,
our
MKHLRB,
kin,
normal threat,
our party
MKSPTA.
members,
Interpersonal
and
damage
those
multiplied,
letters are
25%.
designations
Loot status,
as to
requirements fulfilled.
what they are. So we have,
Press menu
let's
confirmation
go
blank.
ahead and,
Space. Space. Blank. Bottom. Blank. 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 Blank.
We have
blank. 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 Backline. Midline. Normal threat. Pothead. Normal threat. MKSLG and normal threat. MKRFTRA. Frontline. Normal threat. MKTNKA.
we have a tank, a melee tank.
Midline. Normal threat. Pothead. Normal threat. MKSLG and normal threat. MKRFTRA.
SLJ, I think that's like a spell slinger, or it's something that uses technology.
Front. Midline. Normal threat. Pothead. Normal threat. MKSLG and normal threat.
Kind of like a mage,
MKRFTRA.
I guess. And then there's the MFT, which is a melee fighter, MFTRA. And then we have
normal threat. MKHLRB. Normal threat. MKSPTA. Mid. Backline. Normal threat. MKHLRB. Normal threat.
a
MKSPTA.
healer and an S support character.
Midline. Normal threat. Pothead. Normal threat. MKSLG and normal threat. MKRFTRA.
Wait, is that?
Normal threat. Pothead. Normal threat. MKSLG. Cap A. Normal threat. MKR. FTR. Cap A. Backline. Cap A. Frontline. Normal threat. MKTNKA.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't have any range. We just have the tech and melee fighter. Okay. So yeah, this is the initial battle phase or battle page. We're
No
gonna go
player
ahead
controlled
right.
actions available for Boss Florabound. Boss Florabound is displaying certain tendencies. Boss Florabound uses ordinary nature. Florabound. No discernible special trait can be seen. Pothead 20 out of 20. Health points. Boss
And
Florabound.
it
Small nest.
goes over
Small
all
nest.
that information.
Small nest bound uses ordinary nature. Nest bound.
Gives you
Boss
an
Florabound
idea of
49
what
out of
they
49.
do.
Health points.
Tells you
Small
what their
nest.
health is.
Level minus 16. Health points. 34 out of 30. Novice skills is Pothead. Pothead takes action.
Okay,
MKTNK
so
plans to
these
use do
are
nothing. MKSLGA plans to
our
use Yontek.
basically
Chant
like
launch
our
and start. MKHLRB.
character menus, and it'll describe what your party members are going to be doing for that phase, what they plan on doing. It's a lot of information early on, and you might not understand a lot of it. I definitely recommend reading the first intro series in the documents to get an idea of the mechanics. But essentially, the battles are broken up into 3 phases: the early, middle, and late. And depending on your phase, depending on the phase, different options and skills will be available based on your classes and abilities. So this first stage, early, is more for like preparation and movement.
Donning specialization. Novice skills is Pothead.
So you have novice
Donning
skills,
specialization skills is Pothead.
donning specialization skills.
Use item as Pothead.
You can use an item.
Use eclectic item as Pot. Auto battle is Pothead. Intel is Pothead.
And there's an auto battle option as well. And then Intel will go over the past information, like battle sequences, I think.
Use eclectic item. Use item as Pothead.
And we're gonna just look through our items real quick.
Bolt.
There's 2 items here that are gonna be important to use during combat. There's your poultice
Aerosol is Pothead.
and aerosol. Poultice is a
is Pothead.
single-use item, along with aerosol as well. That's a single-use item too. But poultice can only be used on one target, and the aerosol can be used on the whole party. And they're both healing items. They'll increase your health by half of max HP. You can get this information if you just press
Phase.
D
Early player
or
phase.
right
Range. Multi-range. Emerging
on
mix
the
average
item.
and molding graph designed for topical application. Recover some HP on user ally by using the formula. HP healed. Standard max HP. Cost. None.
Yeah, so it's it shows your, I think it just does max HP on this one. Okay, I was playing on normal earlier. I'm pretty sure it was half. It was max HP divided by 2. Yeah, so that's useful. So that's a single use, one target item, and then the
Aerosol is
aerosol is
Phase.
I
Early
think
player
the
phase.
same thing,
Range.
but it applies
Multi-range.
to all the
Emerging
party.
mix of herbage and molding graph designed for airborne application. Recover some HP on all allies by using the formula. HP healed. Standard max HP. Out of 2. Round up. Cost. None.
Oh, okay. So the area effect is by half. Okay, perfect.
This is
And then
use item.
there's a special skill in the late phase of the battle where you can replenish all of those items. So when you enter a settlement, you'll restock those items normally. So let's say like we finish up here and we have no items left, we'd go back to a settlement and we'd have all our items back. Those consumables. You can only have one at a time, so no stacking loads of them. But with that skill, you can replenish it mid-combat, which is very useful, especially in these boss fights. So I'm going to go through I'm going to do one round, and then I'm just let it auto-battle the rest of them, because it gets kind of long if you don't do it. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do Novice.
Do nothing as
and we're going to move self forward, because this will grant us momentum.
User moves forward 1 position. User subject to
which is useful for other abilities for our Dawning class. So you see you heard it say that
phase, early range.
So
phase, early player phase.
Phase is early.
Phase, early player phase.
Early player
range,
phase.
Multi-range. User moves forward 1 position. User subject to dodge momentum effects.
So momentum is a mechanic in the game. It goes into detail in the documentation, but it can help with evading attacks as well with dodge.
Target pothead is pothead.
And we're going to target ourselves.
No player controlled actions available as pothead. Press menu confirmation key to continue. Forgets pothead. Pothead uses move self forward. Positional changes have occurred. Momentum has been acquired. 1. Frontline. Normal threat pothead. Normal threat MKTNKA.
And there it says we're in the
normal
front
threat
line.
MKRFTRA.
And then it goes over who's in the middle. Yeah.
For MKTNKA. MKTNKA targets MKTNKA. MKTNKA uses do nothing. Pothead 20 out of 20. Health. SLG. MKSLGA targets MKSLGA. MKSLGA uses Eon Tech. Chant long chant start. Long chant status altered. Threat has been reduced. MKTNKA 20 out of 20. Health points. HLRB. MKHLRB targets MKHLRB. MKHLRB uses do nothing. MKSLGA 20 out of 20. Health points. MKHLRB. Basher. Health points. 20 out of 23. SPTA. MKSPTA targets MKSPTA. MKSPTA uses Eon Tech. Disabling Toxin Oak. Weak. A weak and feeble effect was applied. Threat has been elevated. MKHLRB 20 out of 20. RFTRA. MKRFTRA targets MKRFTRA. MKRFTRA uses Eon Tech. Buffing FP stimulate. Melee basic attacks have been augmented. Ranged basic attacks have been augmented. MKSPTA 20 out of 20. Health points. Boss Flora Bound. Boss Flora Bound is saving its strength. MKRFTRA 20. Small Nest. Small Nest. Boss Flora Bound 49 out of 49. Health points. Small Nest. Level minus 16. Health points. 34 out of 34 threat.
And there we go. We have that's our first phase down. That's the early phase. Now we're going to be entering the middle combat phase.
Novice skills is Pothead. Pothead takes action. MKTNKA plans to use skill. Confront. MKSLGA plans to use Eon Tech. Chant refrain. Nuke. MKHLRB plans to use rest. MKSPTA plans to use Eon Tech. Disabling Exobind. MKRFTRA plans to use flare. Repel needle mad harsh shot. Hinted effect of DMG. Pothead. Health points. 20 out of 20 threat. Normal.
So we are. You heard all those the different kin or party members we're planning on doing.
Dawning specialization skills is Pothead.
We're gonna do some stuff here as well. So we have our Dawning specialization. And there's a whole list here now. So before we only had like 4. And now we have
drop weapon. Unavailable flare. Empty hand can
all these flare abilities.
Flare.
So we're back out and show you Novice. So
basic melee attack is Pothead. Unavailable basic ranged. Attune is Pothead. Rest is Pothead. Do nothing is Pothead. Move self forward is Pothead. Move self back is Pothead. Unavailable restore.
So we have all our movement
direct single
abilities now, but we also now have basic melee attack.
Basic melee attack is Pothead. Unavailable
and a couple others. So we have rest and
Rest is
attune. Attune will grant some resource replenishment. Rest will grant HP.
Attune is Pothead. Unavailable basic basic melee attack.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back to Dawning. And we're going to look for... You would normally have to go through all of these and figure out what each one does. I'm familiar with most, if not... I'm familiar with some, if not most.
Flare, empty hand,
and I've beat this boss a couple times
Flare,
already.
empty hand, mad har leap. Hinted effect. Flare, empty hand, mad strike. Hinted. Flare, empty hand, mad har leap. Hinted. Flare, empty hand, mad strike. Hinted effect of decoy is Pothead. Phase, middle player phase, range, melee, threat, elevates, property, combo bind, C, movement 7 of a ubiquitous martial school, influence on decoy, treat as accurate attack, 100% accuracy, if a simulated accurate attack, 100% accuracy, using 2 perfect strike cards would deal more than 0 damage to target then, deal a set 1 damage to target, reduces users, HP by 3 points if unarmed, additional effect, only if successful the user gains decoy effect, completely negates 1 attack per decoy, lasts until effect destroyed, DMG type.
So this will deal damage, it does damage to us, 3 HP if we are unarmed, which we are. and then it grants us a decoy. So a decoy is basically like damage absorption. So if we get attacked, we don't take damage, the decoy just gets destroyed. So we're going to go ahead and do this
Boss
ability.
Flora bound is pothead. Confirm as pothead.
We target
Flare,
the boss.
empty hand nav strike. Hinted effect of
And we're
boss
gonna
player
go
control
down
actions
1 point.
available as pothead. Press menu confirmation key to continue. Pothead targets boss Flora
I
bound.
think it said
Pothead uses flare.
it lost
empty hand
1
nav strike.
HP.
Hinted effect of decoy. A highly accurate attack of dependable force is being prepared. The attack successfully lands. The target has taken visible damage. Decoy
So
count
not a
is
lot of
resolved.
damage,
Threat
but
has
we
been
do
elevated.
get our
Health
decoy.
points, 17 out of 20 threat. High. 3.
And like I said,
high threat
with
pothead. Normal threat
the
MKT NKA.
with our health, so we lost HP there, so that seems kind of counterintuitive. However, with our ability at the late stage, we can replenish our healing items, so that can be remedied. So it's kind of a cycle. So you deal damage, you take damage, and then you heal if you want. The other option would have been to go do the basic attack and then use a momentum ability in the late stage to deal damage for additional damage. But I just wanted to show you guys the decoy mechanic real quick.
For MKT NKA. MKT NKA
And then
targets
we're just
MKT
gonna
NKA.
keep
MKT
going
NKA
through
uses skill.
these.
Confirm. Momentum reflection effect acquired. Pothead 17 out of 20. Health points. MKT
So this is just going through all of our party members and their attacks and actions.
No
Boss
player
Flora bound
controlled
damage,
actions
1 point.
available for MKSLGA. Press menu confirmation
you
key to
dealt
continue.
1 damage.
Combat log reads as follows. MKSLGA targets boss Flora bound. MKSLGA uses Eon Tech, chant refrain, nuke. A highly accurate attack of dependable force is being prepared. The attack successfully lands. The target has taken visible damage.
There we go.
HLRB. MKHLRB targets MKHLRB.
Healer
MKHLRB
does
uses rest. MKSLGA
rest.
20 out of 20. Health.
Not sure
SPTA.
why.
MKSPTA targets boss Flora bound. MKSPTA uses Eon Tech, disabling Exo Bind. A process weakness has been exploited. A strong and feeble effect was applied. Threat has been elevated. MKHLRB 20 out of 20. Health points. RFTRA. MKRFTRA targets boss Flora bound. MKRFTRA uses flare. Repel needle mad harsh shot. Hinted effect of DMG. An imprecise attack of critical force is being prepared. The attack failed. The attempt was completely off target. MKSPTA 20 out of 20.
So they missed.
Boss Flora bound. Boss Flora bound is saving strength.
Saving
Small nest.
strength.
Small nest.
Saving
Boss Flora bound
strength.
47 out of 49. Health points. Small nest. Level minus 16. Health points.
And then we are in the
Boss
late
Flora. Boss Flora bound targets
phase,
pothead.
so now it's
Action is
attack.
taken despite being
It's
invisible.
attacking us
Boss Flora
now.
bound uses normal attack. The attack failed. A decoy image completely absorbed the damage. No more decoys remain. Boss
See,
Flora. Level minus
it
1. Health
absorbed the
points.
damage,
47 out of 49
decoy.
threat. High. Small nest bound 34 out of 34. Health
Normally,
points.
I'm not sure how much damage I would have done. Probably like 5 or something, but we only took 3, so that was useful. I think. It's kind of hard to tell how much damage is incoming.
Small nest. Small nest
Small
bound targets
nest.
MKT NKA. Small nest. Attack momentum has been redirected and amplified by target. The attack successfully lands. The target is unfazed by the damage. Boss Flora bound 47 out of 49. Health points. Small nest. Level minus 16. Health points.
Unfazed.
Novice
Okay.
skills is pothead. Pothead takes
And then
Donning
here
specialization skills
is
pothead.
our donning
Unavailable for-
specialization. So
Skill. Apex
this
Blast
is the
pothead.
Apex. I don't even know how to say that.
Phase. Late player phase. Range. Multi-range. Threat. Elevates. Instantly create the following items: poultice, aerosol, crystallized ment, stimulant, tranquilizer,
same.
concoction. One step.
The only thing you got to
Targeting
worry
user
about
gains
is
3 SP.
your.
Note: full cost
use
requirements of
of-
this ability must be met prior to use, even if the final net loss of SP is smaller. Cost: none.
It doesn't have a cost, so you can just keep doing it at the end of each round if you want. So it's very useful. That's what I was trying to show you guys. But we didn't use any healing items yet, so there's no need to use that. Instead, we are going to go
Quirk.
up to
Retreating follower is pothead.
our quirk ability, which is called Retreating Follower, which I'm pretty sure it's meant to be Retreating Follow-Up.
Phase. Late player phase. Range. Melee. Action requires at least one form of momentum. Perform one melee basic attack, which may be subject to an accuracy check. User moves back one position. User subject to dodge momentum effects. Cost: none.
So it uses a momentum, which we got earlier because we moved forward to the front. It deals damage and then it retreats back to where we were. So it's a little cycle. So the first round of this combat was us moving forward, using our ability to attack and create a decoy, and then us attacking and retreating. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It took a little bit of reading to figure out this strategy. There's probably better ones available, but yeah, that's how I beat the boss. That's how I beat this boss the first time. And then when my health got low, I used the healing items and replenished it with the Apex ability.
Boss Flora bound is pothead. Confirm as
Go ahead,
pothead.
confirm.
Boss player
Boss
controlled
Flora
actions
bound
available as pothead. Press menu confirmation key to
Alright.
continue. Combat log reads as follows. Pothead targets boss Flora bound. Podhead uses Quirk, Retreating Follower. A noticeable effect can be seen. A semi-accurate melee swing of traditional force is being prepared. The attack successfully lands. The target has taken visible damage. FP return has been altered via a named effect. Positional changes have occurred. For MKTNKA. MKTNK targets MKTNKA. MKTNKA uses Do Nothing. Podhead 17.
Actions
SLG.
for late
MKSLGA
stage.
targets MKSLGA. MKSLGA uses Eon Tech. Chant Long Chant Fade. MKTNK 20 out of 20. Health point. HLRB. MKHLRB targets MKHLRB. MKHLRB uses Do Nothing. SPTA. MKSPTA targets MKSPTA. MKSPTA uses Eon Tech, disabling MP Convol. An effect can be seen on MP values. MKHLRB 20 out of 20. RFTRA. MKRFTRA targets MKRFTRA. MKRFTRA uses Do Nothing. MKSP. No player controlled actions available. MKRFTRA 20 out of 20. Health points. Frontline. Normal threat MKTNK.
And this is a
Midline,
battle
normal threat Podhead. Normal threat MKSLG. Normal threat
summary.
MKRFTRA. Backline. Normal threat MKHLRB. Normal threat MKSPTA.
Everything, like what's the positioning and threat levels and stuff. So
As Podhead. Podhead uses
that was the
damage,
end of
double
that
DNS.
first
No effect can be seen.
round.
Podhead. Health points. 17 out of 20 threat.
Or-
Flora. Material. No player controlled actions available for Boss Flora Bound. Boss Flora Bound is displaying certain tendencies.
Yeah,
Boss
so this
Flora
is
Bound
the
uses
start
Lurking
of
Nature.
the
Flora Bound.
early
No discernible
round.
special trait can be seen. Podhead 17 out of 20. Health points. Small Nest. Small Nest.
Small
Nest
Nest
Bound
does
uses Ordinary
nothing.
Nature. Nest Bound. Novice skills is Podhead. Podhead takes action.
There you go.
MKTNK
Okay,
plans to use
so
MKSLGA plans to use Eon Tech. Chant Long
now
Chant
this
Spell.
can be
MKHLRB
kind of
plans to use Do
tedious,
Nothing.
right?
MKSPTA plans to use
If
Eon Tech.
you
Disabling Toxin Oak. Weak.
do
MKRFTRA plans to
everything
use Do Nothing.
manually.
Podhead. Health points.
I made
17
some
out of 20 threat.
suggestions to
Normal.
kind of
Materialization
minimize that
points.
a little
6.
bit.
Flare points.
So
6.
hopefully we can
Specialty
see
points.
those
6.
be like a
Decoy. 1 barrier.
favorites list
0.
for each
Dampening.
phase.
0 defense.
That'd be
0.
nice.
Absolute.
So we're just gonna let it auto battle.
Use eclectic item. Auto battle is Podhead.
Auto battle.
Confirm auto battle is Podhead.
Confirm.
Automated combat has been interrupted. Turn limit or HP threshold was reached. Number of turns elapsed. 7. Press move down key. S etc.
Alright.
No player
What do
controlled
we-
actions available as Podhead. Press menu.
Gonna
Press menu.
review,
Blank. Blank.
see how
Combat log
things
reads as
are
follows.
going.
Boss Flora Bound seems calm. Podhead uses endowment. No effect can blank. Blank. No player controlled actions available for Boss Flora Bound. Small nest. Small nest. Novice skills is Podhead. Blank. Blank. Combat log reads as rooted status has Podhead takes MKTNK plans to use Do Nothing. MKSLGA plans to MKHL MKR blank blank. Player status info reads as follows. Podhead. Health points 17 out of 20 threat. Materialization
17.
decoy 0 dampening absolute guard. MKTNK 8 out of 20 health points. MKSLGA 18 out of 20.
18.
MKHLRB 20 out of 20. MKSPTA 20 out of 20. MKRFTR 18 out of 20. Blank.
18.
Blank.
We're gonna
Dawning
go ahead and
Specialist.
use
Use item as Podhead.
an item.
Poultice. Phase. Early player phase. Range. Multi-range. Emergent mix of herbage and molding graft design. Target Podhead is Podhead. Target MKTNK is Podhead. Blank. Target MKTNK is blank. Blank. Combat. Rooted status. Podhead. MK. Blank. Blank. Player status. Podhead. Health points. Materialization point. Decoy. Dampening. Absolute. MKSLGA. MKTNK 8 out of 20. Health points.
Yeah, so our
TNK.
tank needs to be.
Confirm as Podhead. No player controlled actions available as Podhead. Press menu confirmation key to continue. Podhead targets MKTNKA. Uses Poultice. A localized heal effect has been triggered. MKTNK 20 out of 20. Health point. For MKTNKA. MKTNK targets MKTNKA. MKT. SLG. HLRB.
And then we're gonna go back
SPTA,
to auto
MK,
battle.
RFTRA. Boss Flora Bound. Boss. Small nest. Novice skills is Podhead.
So we're not really.
Use auto
concerned.
battle
We're
is
not,
Podhead.
this isn't really a difficult battle, so
Confirm auto battle is Podhead.
auto battle.
The battle has concluded in victory. Log.
There we go.
15 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds. MKRFTRA targets Boss Flora Bound. 15 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds. MKRFTRA uses Quirk. Retreating follower. 15 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds. A noticeable effect can be seen. 15 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds. A semi-accurate melee swing of traditional force is being prepared. 15 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds. The attack successfully lands. 15 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds. The target has taken visible damage. 15 hours 14 minutes and 6
So we'll
seconds.
just let
Positional
this
changes have
read.
occurred. 15 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds. Momentum has been acquired. 15 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds. Boss Flora Bound was defeated. The following commodities have been obtained. Dungeon Core. Small weak. Extracting functional motes from acquired reward. Escutcheon availability increased from 0 to 3. Tagger availability increased from 0 to 3. Obtained usable eclectic item driver. Obtained usable eclectic item static node. Vapo. Relic added to stash. Actions taken have weakened the ward by 1 level. Press move down key. S etc. to continue.
Okay, so you might have wondered what I meant earlier by like roguelike. So these the rewards slightly change each run, I guess. Those eclectic items change; they're not always the same. But we got our small week dungeon core, which, like I said earlier, grants us 2 classes unlocked, and I'm pretty sure they're the same classes each time. I don't think that's randomized.
Collected relics
yeah,
store reaction
that's
list. Player location at remote locale.
everything
Position center of map.
with
Points
the
of interest
dungeon.
found.
So now we gotta
Settlement
get
located
back
north
to
5
the
tiles and east
subtle
18 tiles. Hunt target located south 6. Collect 4. Collected relics. Grasslands at remote locale. 2. 8. Settlement radial scan. Grasslands at remote locale. Position north 0 tiles and east 1 tile. Points of interest found. Settlement located north 0 tiles and east 9 tiles. Dungeon located south 5 tiles and west 9 tiles. Settlement located south 1 tile and east 24 tiles. Position. Grass 5. Grass. Player setup. Welcome to Settlement Friss. There is a lack of noteworthy news in these parts. Restocked on the following items. Poultice, aerosol, crystallized ment, stimulant, tranquilizer, concoction.
Alright, so that's the first dungeon. It's a little bit of world exploration. a little bit of the world lore. Hopefully this gives you guys a good idea of what the game is about, and how it's played. Yeah, let's check out what our
Ally
new
setup.
classes
Player
are
setup.
real quick before I go.
Main profession select. Donning selected.
So our main profession is Donning.
Martial profession select.
We have a martial profession
Support.
and a support
Melee
profession.
weapon upgrade. Support profession select. None selected. Martial.
So we don't have anything in either one of
Donning,
these, and
unavailable.
we just got 2. So let's see if we
Discussion.
can fill them out. What's this one?
Confirm selection. A tanking class that utilizes MP primarily. Specializes in the use of one-handed slicers.
Tanking class.
Ordinary locked. Stoy locked. Epico locked. Medical locked. Tagger. Binder locked.
We have
Tagger.
a tagger.
Confirm selection. A pet-based healing and support class that is mostly proactive in nature. Specializes in the use of two-handed bashers.
Alright, so let's go ahead and set our martial to a pet.
Main profession select. Donning selected. Martial profession select. Tagger selected. Main profession select. Donning selected. Donning unavailable. Martial profession select. Tagger support profession select. None selected.
And
Donning
then
unavailable. Discussion. Ordinary locked. Discussion.
we'll set our support
Confirm
to
selection.
tank.
A tanking class that utilizes MP primarily. Main profession select. Donning selected. Martial profession select. Tagger selected. Support profession select. Discussion selected.
Okay.
Melee weapon upgrade. None selected. Slicer tweaks. Fell slicer tweaks. Chopper tweaks. Fell slicer. Engraved slicer 0.0 locked. Militant. Fabled slicer 0.0 locked. Militant slicer 0.0 locked. Engraved. Militant. Engraved. Militant. Fabled slicer 0.0 locked. Militant slicer 0.0 locked. Engraved. Slicer tweaks. Fell slicer tweaks. Engraved fell slicer 0.0 locked. Fell chopper tweaks. Fell chopper
think we can
tweak. Basher
get
tweaks.
these.
Fell basher tweaks. Basher. Fell basher tweak. Basher tweak. Engraved basher 0.0 locked. Militant. Basher. Fell basher tweaks. Needle tweaks. Fell needle tweaks. Crescent tweaks. Fell crescent. Thread tweak. Fell thread. M weapon less. M weapon less. Confirm selection. Confirm selection. Main profession select.
I think if I
Donning
change
selected.
the main profession
Martial profession select. Tagger
to
selected. Relative settlement
tagger,
phrase.
then
There
I
is a lack
would
of
be able
noteworthy
to
player
switch
setup.
out the weapon. Maybe.
Ally setup.
I haven't explored too much into like how the weapon stuff works. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, I hope this has given you guys a good idea of what the game is about and how it's played, what you can expect from it, that kind of thing. Very interesting game. If you have, spare $10, consider checking it out. If not, I think the developer talked about having like community licenses available, free community licenses. But yeah, I hope this has been good for you guys. See you next time. Let me know if you want me to do any more of these gameplays. I can start a real playthrough. And if you guys come across any tips for me. So yeah.
OBS 3.0.1.2.
Take care.